Hey guys, Game Prime here, and it is that time of the year. Today, in a matter of hours, E3 2019 begins, and this year's E3 is just going to be one for the record books. I feel like there's so much stuff rumored, so much to talk about, so much hype. I'm very excited for this year, as I am every year, but this year in particular because there's just so much to learn about, so much to talk about, so much to, you know, play even because things are going to come out right after some presentations and whatnot. So, yeah, I'm here. I'm going to give my predictions. Don't know how I'm going to style this video though, because I was going to do this video with my friends on my multiplayer channel, 4 Player Gamers, but my friends are assholes sometimes, and schedules get in the way of other things. So I don't know if I'm going to do like a part 1 on my channel here and then a part 2 over there where we talk about Nintendo, because all of us are Nintendo fans, and I think that would probably be suited better for a group discussion, than the Nintendo stuff. Whereas me, I could just go on and ramble on for hours about stuff that none of my friends really care about. So I'm going to do exactly that. So I think this is going to be part 1 of my E3 2019 predictions. And we're just going to hop right into things with EA. And that takes place today, Saturday, June 8th at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when that starts. I don't care about EA at all. I just want to see more Jedi Fallen Order. That's all I care about. That's all I want to see more of. Now, BioWare is a part of EA. You'll probably hear my cat in the background because he's right next to me, like he always is. Anyway, we'll probably hear about Anthem, bunch of BioWare stuff. Heard, some things about Dragon Age. Maybe we'll get that announced. That'd be cool. But it's not going to be like a press conference. It's just going to be their EA Play event that they did last year where they just play a bunch of games and, show their upcoming stuff. So I don't think it's going to be anything spectacular. Although I do think Jedi Fallen Order is going to look great. I can't wait to see how it plays, how the gameplay is. See if they have like a cinematic set piece, so to say, for what Jedi Fallen Order is all about, and I'm very interested in that. Of course, we'll see the 2020 sports games like FIFA, Madden, stuff like that. Sims 4 is confirmed to be there. Could care less about that. More Apex. Once again, I don't care about that at all. So that's it for Saturday or today. Nothing too big. I'm recording this at 4 in the morning. And I'm going to have this out by 12 in the afternoon, or 11 actually, so you guys can have time to watch it. Sunday is where, interrupt my cat real quick. Sunday is where it starts getting heavy, and I'm just, I can't wait to see what Microsoft has for once, because of 2 little words that have been floating around in this aura that every time I go on to Twitter, there's at least 6 to 7 tweets back to back about this series. That series is one of my favorite of all time, Banjo-Kazooie. Now, there's been hints, there's been rumors, there's been quote-unquote leaks, there's Vergeban talking about him being in Smash. We'll get to that, on the Nintendo side of things. But I do think that we might see a Banjo-Kazooie remake at Microsoft's press conference. There's too much... There's too many hints. I really think we're going to see Banjo make his triumphant return to gaming with, Microsoft's press conference. And it's not going to be anything super big. It's not going to be Banjo 3. But I'm sure Microsoft's seen, what, like, Crash and Spyro's been and how well they've performed. Because they've performed really well. they're probably like, you know what? People want Banjo. Let's just do this. Give them Kazooie and Tooie remade. Now, I'm not gonna go into the specifics with like the leaks and details, but there's a lot of hints that hint towards Banjo being at this E3, and it's not like every other year where we hope Banjo's there. There's evidence. There's theories, and they all line up. And I think he's gonna be there Sunday, and I'm gonna cry. It's gonna be amazing. So we got the big one out of the way for Microsoft. Banjo. My whole Banjo talk's kind of done. Now we're gonna get into more, smaller things. Halo Infinite. Can't wait to see it. Me and my friends are big Halo fans for the multiplayer, and as long as they get couch co-op back, that's all I'm looking forward to, because we love the Master Chief Collection. We do plenty of videos over it on 4PG, and I just can't wait to have a new Halo experience for the first time in my life, because we just got into the Halo series back in 2017. We haven't been around for a Halo release, really. Like, my best friend Cal, who's on my multiplayer channel with us, he did play Halo 4 back when it came out, but like, we really started getting in Halo with the Master Chief Collection 2 years ago, when I just said, you know what, screw it, let's try this out. And we were all crying laughing by the time it was done and over with. So I cannot wait to see what Halo Infinite has in store on the multiplayer side, and that's very rare for me, of all people, to say. But we'll see that. I think we'll definitely see more of Cuphead: The Delicious Last Course, the DLC they revealed last year. We've barely gotten any word on that, which is kind of weird. But I think we'll get a release date, a lot more gameplay, maybe playable on the floor. Who knows? Fable reboot has been rumored for a while. I'm not a big Fable fan. I've never even actually tried a Fable, but I know a lot of people love them. Hopefully, you guys get what you want, and hopefully you see that. Dead Island 2 has also been re-emerging. I know it's pre-orderable at like GameStop, and it's been popping up here and there. So Dead Island 2, I definitely expect to see at Microsoft's press conference. Sea of Thieves updates, of course, because that's Rare's main focus. I believe we'll see, Ori Will of the Wisps get that release date announced. They announced that they have 14 studio games to be revealed, and Gears 5, of course. But going back to Rareware and, that side real quick, I want to maybe say that Banjo-Kazooie, the remake that I think will happen, I'm going to call it rejigified. That's what I've kind of been hearing in my head for a while. Rejigified collection. Or rejiggified, whatever you want to say. I see that title in my head whenever I think about like a remake. I think they'll announce that, and I kind of have a feeling Blue Point Games is the ones who are remaking that. Now, Blue Point Games are the guys who did the Uncharted Nathan Drake collection, and the Shadow of the Colossus remake. Another remake, not a remaster. It was a full, from the ground up remake for the PS4. Blue Point Games, independent studio. I also heard that Xbox and Microsoft Studios are in talks to buying them, which I hope not, because they're great at what they do, and I just want them to be an independent studio for a while. But I think they will tackle the Banjo remakes. Now, the second biggest thing I'm looking forward to, aside from like Banjo or Halo, I don't know if I said thing I'm looking forward to second, but Perfect Dark. Me and my friends also love Perfect Dark. It's a better GoldenEye. You could fight us on that any day of the week. We love Perfect Dark, and we put so many hours into the Xbox Live arcade version on Rare Replay. And there's been rumors for a while that it's going to get a reboot in like a Deus Ex style, and it'll be called Joanna Dark or something like that. And I think we'll see that. I think it's definitely the time to get all these old Rare IPs back out And talking of rare IPs, Battletoads, they announced last year. We haven't seen a thing of it. Not a thing. This year, fully playable on the show floor. Release date, all the nine works. I can't wait. Hopefully, and I don't think they will, I would love to see David Wise back as the composer. That would be so cool. But yeah, that's about it for Microsoft. Bethesda, I'm not a big Bethesda fan. I'm not gonna be spending even a minute on there. Uh, I'm looking forward to Doom Eternal though, because they showed that last year, and I thought that game looked really freaking cool. So that's the only thing I'll be caring about for Bethesda. I of course will still be watching it. They'll probably announce another Skyrim port. Who are we kidding? Skyrim for Google Stadia. But yeah, I don't care about Bethesda at all. Just Doom Eternal. And then Monday, Limited Run Games is having a conference or like a video presentation, something along that lines. And Limited Run Games is a website who does literally limited run versions of popular video games and indie games, stuff like that. I have a ukulele unboxing video, and I have a Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy Collector's Edition unboxing I just put up last night. Go check them out. They're really cool. That Jak one, oh my god, I'm falling in love even more with that thing by the minute. I love that thing. They did the entire Jak series. I have Jak 1, 2, 3 collector's editions pre-ordered from them. Those things are sweet. Waiting for Jak X to go up. You know me, I'm a huge Ratchet fan. Also, I'm a huge Sly fan, obviously. I would love to see them do something similar with Ratchet and Sly. I don't think they will. It'll probably just be smaller games like that, but they could pull out a nice shock and surprise us, especially because Sony's not doing anything, and Sly and Ratchet are like smaller series, so it would be nice. I don't think they're going to do anything with it, but it would be nice, and I would pay a lot of money for a collector's edition of Sly, and I would vault that thing with my life. Ubisoft is also Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Watch Dogs, I forgot what it's called, but I had this whole list of predictions I had down for a while. Ubisoft confirmed a new Watch Dogs. It's not Watch Dogs 3. I think it's called Legion or something like that. But that got confirmed even after I put this down on the list. I highly, we'll definitely see all of that. There's been rumors for a new Splinter Cell. I know everybody and their mother wants a new Splinter Cell for some reason. Think we'll get a Beyond Good and Evil 2 release date because it's been a few years. I'm sure development has progressed very heavily on that title, and that'll be a late 2019 release in my eyes. More Ghost Recon Breakpoint, but I could care less about that game. Okay, my cat's gonna sit back down again. Rayman, I would love to see a new Rayman 3D platformer. Once again, looking at the resurgence of all these 3D platformers. Hell, remake Rayman 2. I'll buy it again because it's been, ported on everything. It's like Skyrim. It's like Twilight Princess. These games are on a lot of consoles. Like it went to it was 64, PS1, PS2, DS, 3DS, PS3. Just remake it or give me a Rayman 4. Don't give me 2D Rayman. I know everybody really loves Rayman Origins and Legends. No, I want my Rayman back. I want 3D Rayman. I want I want that experience back so badly. Don't think they'll give it to us, but I mean, we're talking about E3 here. Banjo-Kazooie's the heaviest rumor for this year. Didn't think that was going to happen. So, who knows? I'm also going to pull one out of my ass real quick and say that they're going to announce Mario and Rabbids 2. That game did very well. better than a lot of people thought it was. The music was also great because it was by Grant Kirkhope, my favorite composer of all time. I think this next one, if they do a sequel, it'll have Wario, Waluigi. They'll do like a Rabbids, like Rabido or Wabbit, or something they could pull from Wario and Waluigi. Maybe give a little bit more of a Rareware feel, because Grant Kirkhope definitely had a little bit of an inspiration in that game. They brought back the DK Island theme from DK64, among other things, so that was really cool to see, even though that was like DLC. Also, Grant Kirkhope performing on stage at E3, one of my favorite moments of all time. But yeah, that's about it for Ubisoft. And then I don't know if Sony's going to do a state of play. They're kind of like Nintendo Direct kind of presentation. It's very hard to tell with Sony, because they're silent. They don't have anything really coming out this year. The only thing they have coming out is Ghost of Tsushima, which got a big trailer a few weeks ago, and that game looks wild. Is the only way I could put it. It looks so weird, so beautiful, so mysterious. It's definitely a Hideo Kojima game, and I cannot wait for it. And I'm horrible at Metal Gear games, and I tried to pick up the series so many times. I've tried to play every single one of them. I just can't do it. But I really can't wait for Death Stranding, because I'm gonna force myself to love this game and just get invested in the world and learn this new genre of game and how it plays, because Kojima said himself, it's a new genre, which is weird. Kind of how he created the tactical espionage action with Metal Gear Solid. This game, Death Stranding, is going to be a Strand game. Whatever that means, we'll find out come November. But yeah, I don't know what Sony's doing. If they do a state of play, here are some quick predictions. More Death Stranding, a little bit of Ghost of Tsushima, hopefully Last of Us 2. We need a release date for Last of Us 2, Christ's sakes, it's been 3 years almost. More of the Medieval remake, of course. A new Ratchet and Clank has been hinted at for a few, months now. It's time to bring Ratchet back in action. I think they will do a brand new Ratchet and Clank. Maybe it'll take place after the Future Trilogy, or Into the Nexus, which was kind of the epilogue to the Future Trilogy. But I would love to see the Future Trilogy remastered for PS4, because a lot of people are missing out on those games. And if there's a trilogy of games that deserve to be on the PS4, it's those. Final Fantasy VII Remake, maybe, because we saw it at the last State of Play, but we'll get into Square Enix in just a second. Maybe Crash Bandicoot 4. I know we're getting the Insane Trilogy. Sure, Nick. The Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel. There we go. We're getting that in a week or so. And, it might be a little too early for them to announce their own game. And I'm talking about the guys who did the Insane Trilogy, Vicarious Visions. I don't know if it's too early for them to announce their own Crash Bandicoot. Not really sure. I also have down here Jak. I don't really think they'll do anything with Jak. Jak's going to be a dormant franchise for a little while. Even though he's getting nice collector's editions, I don't think they're going to do anything with him for a little bit. But, yeah, it's that time of the prediction video where I talk about a little bit of Sly. And once again, I don't think this year's gonna be it. Don't think we're gonna get anything for the poor raccoon this year. And it hurts to say that, but I've kind of just lived with the fact that they don't care anymore, and it sucks. If anything, we'll get a little bit of a tease for the TV series. I'm sure somebody will just go and announce that on their own. Don't really know, but yeah, I don't have a lot for Sly this year, and who knows? They might pull a State of Play, and they might announce it, and that'll be that. But Yeah, don't really know about that one. Finally, for this video at least, going to be talking about Square Enix. Uh, Not a lot for me to talk about Square Enix with because I'm a very picky Square Enix person. But Avengers, their Avengers project is confirmed. I solely believe it will interlap with Marvel's Spider-Man or Insomniac Spider-Man. I think though they're gonna share the same universe because you saw Avengers Tower and Spider-Man, they're gonna share the same universe. Same thing with Iron Man VR because it's Marvel's Avengers, Marvel's Spider-Man, Marvel's Iron Man VR. It all has Marvel's blank, in front of it. So I think all those are going to fit into a Marvel video game universe, which I'm perfectly fine with. Just you know, get it right, maybe. I mean, I don't know how they could get it wrong. Spider-Man was perfect, and Square Enix is a great developer as well. And if this is like their kind of destiny, where it's a big multiplayer game but with a story and you could follow it, and it's easy to follow and not stupid hard, I think it's gonna do great. And I think, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Final Fantasy VII Remake will be shown. I think we'll get a release date for Disc 1. I think they're going to name these episodic Final Fantasy VII episodes, quote unquote. I think they're going to call them discs because of, the 4 discs or the number of discs that were in the original. That's what I'm trying to say here. I don't know my Final Fantasy VII lingo like Dan, my friend on 4PG, does. But the number of discs in the original version, I think that's going to be the amount of games we're going to get for this remake because it will be episodically. I think they're going to do like a disc 1, disc 2, disc 3, disc 4, and then throw them all together right at the end and charge like $80 for it because they're probably going to be $60 a piece. So I think sure. I think they're going to announce disc 1 for maybe a July release date. I think it's super close. Because if you guys saw the State of Play trailer from last month, the game's in English already. And Square Enix doesn't put games in English until they're almost ready to ship. It happened with Kingdom Hearts. We didn't see a lot of Kingdom Hearts 3 in English until about 8-9 months before shipping. And I don't think we're 8 to 9 months away from Final Fantasy VII Remake. That's going to be soon. I think that's going to be sooner than a lot of us expect. So that's going to be great. I'm really looking forward to that one as well. Kingdom Hearts. Let's get into this Kingdom Hearts discussion real quick. I'm a huge Kingdom Hearts fan. You all know that. I think they're going to pull out a decent chunk of Kingdom Hearts this year. Even though we just got 3, I think they're still going to throw us a decent sized bone. I think they'll announce Kingdom Hearts 1.5, 2.5, and 2.8 for the Switch and Xbox because Nomura said that he'll probably focus on, I think he said that he'll focus on putting those on other consoles after 3 ships. Now, he said the same thing about 1.5, 2.5. Initially, he was like, yeah, I'll put those on the PS4 after 3 ships. No, they did 3 freaking collections, basically, for the PS4. But I fully expect them to do a Story So Far bundle for the Xbox One and Switch, and then announce Kingdom Hearts 3 for the Switch, maybe. That might be in Nintendo's Direct. Don't really know. But that, and then they'll end their Kingdom Hearts news off with a trailer for Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind, which is going to be their story DLC that'll kind of fit in the gap of some late game story content. Oh man, that's been a lot. I've been talking for a while. Let's see. I think I'm going to save my other predictions along with Nintendo because I have 2 categories left. I have Nintendo and I have other predictions. I think I'm going to save those either for tomorrow by myself or, eventually either tomorrow or Monday. I hope it's tomorrow because I can't wait on people. Um, do a video with my friends, talk about Nintendo, what they're gonna do. But yeah, I have like two categories left. I have Nintendo and other predictions. I'll just dabble a little bit in other predictions right now. They confirmed SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom HD, or now it's called Rehydrated. This was one of my most wanted games for E3 this year because THQ acquired all those Nickelodeon studios in March of 2018. They said that they were going to have stuff on the shelves in coming months, and here it is, June 2019, and they officially, finally announce Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, which is the obvious first choice, for the job. That's a SpongeBob movie reference. And I just, we have 3 screenshots of the game, and I'm already, going head over heels for it. I love that game. I grew up with it. I just can't believe they're doing it again. And I think the remake's going to be great. It's going to be $30. It's going to be on everything. I'm grabbing a PS4 and a Switch copy day one. Only bad thing, though, is it's coming out in 2020, so we have a little bit of a wait. We have a little less than a year, so that kind of sucks. But they also confirmed new Darksiders, which my mom's a huge fan of. The 2 new Darksiders, actually, a DLC for 3 and a MMORPG type Darksiders. That's a prequel to 1. That's about all I know because that's more her thing, not mine. They confirmed Destroy All Humans today, like earlier today when I woke up, which is cool because that everybody, when I was growing up, I had friends who played that game, and I didn't really get into it, but it was cool. I might pick up the remake because the trailer was funny as hell. Ukulele sequel or DLC? I don't know how I nailed that one. That was just a lucky guess, to be honest with you. It wasn't, so to say, a sequel, and it wasn't really DLC, but it's a new game. It's a new ukulele. Ukulele and the Impossible Layer, I think it's called. I don't know. It's been a long day. But whatever this new ukulele game is, it's going to be like a Donkey Kong Country type game, where original ukulele was Banjo-Kazooie. Now they're taking it a step backward, forward, and going Donkey Kong Country, and it looks great. Music by David Wise and Grant Kirkhope again. I'm all for it, man. I think it's gonna be great. I think it might be a little weird, because you go from being a big Banjo-Kazooie, don't want to say clone, because I mean it is a clone, but you can't also, they're the same guys. What else more do you want? I loved ukulele though, and I'm just happy that they're doing more of a universe with it, and I'm happy to see it has life after the first game because a lot of people hated it. I loved it though. They also announced, they didn't announce it, but a lot of Bandai Namco got leaked tonight. I know George R.R. Martin's From Software game, I don't know what the hell it's called, but that got leaked. That's gonna be weird as hell to see. And Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch Remastered. I have a few friends who love and adore that game, and I'm happy for them that they got that announced because that's pretty big. Now, I don't know if all of Bandai Namco got leaked, but I will give a little bit of a hint towards what I would want from Bandai Namco. I want Pac-Man World 4. If you guys been following me since I started 8 years ago, that's scary. 8 years ago. If you guys followed me from 8 years ago, which none of you probably did because I was a small child, my first Let's Play was Pac-Man World 2, and I love Pac-Man. I love Pac-Man World. Want another one. If they want to remake 2, be my guest. I'll take it. I'll take it for $60. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for this part 1 video of my E3 predictions. Oh, shit, I've been talking to myself for a half hour. How did this happen? Next time, whether it's on my channel or on my multiplayer channel for player gamers. Link will be, first thing in the description below. We'll be talking about Nintendo. We'll be going all in on it. This big Banjo-Kazooie rumor, Rare being, you know, with Nintendo again, kind of this Xbox partnership, Luigi's Mansion, Animal Crossing. I know if I get my friend Jen on, she's gonna take a half hour for Animal Crossing. Uh, Zelda, the Kingdom Hearts ports that I mentioned before, Metroid, Bayonetta. We'll be talking about all of it, and I can't wait. Also, Pokemon Sword and Shield looks amazing. We'll be definitely talking about that. But yeah, join me for that tomorrow or Monday, hopefully tomorrow, because I can't wait on anybody anymore, and I really like talking about this, even if it is to myself. But yeah, if you guys like the video, give it a thumbs up. I don't know if anybody could withstand me blabbering to myself for 30 minutes, but if you did, let me know. It'd make me feel good. Um, yeah, you could follow me on Twitter. All my social media is down below. I'm actually very active on social media now. I'll post like pictures of what I pick up, my gaming pickups, uh, a bunch of other stuff. But yeah, definitely keep an eye on my social media for an update on the next E3 video, because I don't know how that's gonna work or where that's gonna go. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. E3's here. Enjoy EA. I will see you guys very soon.